This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Shaun Cole, and today I'm here for a very special announcement for the benefit of the Simpit and for the pit crew and all of you watching the show, but that is the launch of our Patreon page. And if you don't know about Patreon is a website. It's very similar in theory to like a crowdfunding or a GoFundMe or any of those type environments, but it was really built for streamers, guys you'd find on YouTube, Twitch, or any of the various different things, guys who have an online presence and have a good community following. And the best way I could describe it is, well, I'm going to be blunt, I guess, in this conversation. Number one, there is a donation, I guess as you could call it, or a subscription to an extent of it, but it also creates a lot of other opportunities to create more interaction with your community. And the way I think about it, and I did a video that you'll see. So here I have the website of our page, and in the description of the show, I do have the website address, but it's Patreon, patreon.com/the Simpit. But what it has is a lot of intention to allow you to work with your community better. So, and in the video I describe, I'm going to play the video. I'm not going to do the sound, but I'll play it just so you can see. But if you played the video at the page, you'd get the same video. But in this video, I basically explain that we interact with each other already. And when I started doing the live show, it wasn't about just doing the reviews. I did the TGT review, and that was solo effort. But almost everything I've been doing has been a group effort. And I want to expand on that and take that to a whole different level. And when I really think about what I've always intended in doing these shows, was building a real community hub, a place, a community center where we can all come together with our varying different opinions and views and loves. And, you know, I'm a Thrustmaster guy, or I'm a Fanatic guy, or I'm a direct drive guy, or I'm a race room guy, or a iRacing guy, or whatever. But that we all understand we're here for the greater good. And with doing the live shows and being able to communicate with you guys regularly, daily, it allows to do that. So with the Patreon, I don't know the right word, Jacob, so please help me. But I want to be able to allow you guys to get more out of the show and have more say in the show. So when I thought of the video, made the video, when I thought of the whole program, and this starts basically because a lot of people have actually asked me for ways to donate to the show. And I'm not a put my hand out kind of guy and just say, hey, yes, give me money. That's not my intention. At the same time, I want to grow the Simpit huge. And I want to grow it huge in so many ways. But the more we have in support from you guys in so many different ways, the more we can create content. So I want to do live shows every day. I also want to be able to do shows like that TGT review every day. And there's so many different ways of accomplishing that goal. But right now, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm pretty much a solo effort. I've got Mitchie doing his videos. Those are a great asset to the show. We had Andreas way back in the day, or Andrew. We've had various people adding and giving extra content to the show. We've got John Hill and Scott and a few other guys who've helped out behind the scenes, and I'm not trying to name everybody or leave anybody out. I'm just saying that there have been a lot of people who've given me some help here and there, but ultimately it's all on me. And what I'd like to do is grow the show to a point where we could get an editor in here, or we could get somebody who's very, very good at doing social media stuff. That's not one of my expertises. I'm not great at marketing and doing the things to really grow the show on that level. So as I make this announcement about the Patreon page, one of the things I say in that video, and I really mean, I'm not putting my hand out, and I'm not asking for your money in terms of begging or groveling like that, but I've created perks to go along with those that I think have added value, and I'm going to get to those in a minute. But I don't expect everybody to reach into their pocket and feel like that's the only way to be part of the community or part of the team or part of the program. So what I'm going to say before I even get to the tiers and get further into this and what we can all do with this Patreon thing, but if that's not within your means, I totally get it and I appreciate it. But if you have something else you could do to help out, you guys already do. Being here in the chat, having conversation with me during the shows is help. Sending me emails with stories and things that you think I should cover is help. sending me emails with your opinion on the show and directional changes or things you think I did good or bad. That's all help. If you want to go to the next level, if you have expertise in website design or you have expertise in social media stuff, please contact me directly, Shaun at thesimpit.com, because it doesn't have to be reaching in your pocket, and it doesn't have to be reciprocating value. Do you get enough for your tier or whatever, which I'll get to in a moment. But I'm very open-ended when it comes to the Simpit and where I want to go and what I want to do. And if you can contribute in any way, shape, or form, let me know. Let me know if you think you can help us out. You know, Mitchie is a great example. All the guys I named are great examples. And anybody who chats here with us is a great example. And anyone who becomes a patron member is another example. So these are all various forms, and I'm not trying to hijack this with purely. But we are here to talk about the launch of the patron site. And this did come at the request of many of you, and I've already had a few sign up. So I do really appreciate it. So let's talk about the tiers. So there are 3 tiers right now. And the other thing I'm going to say is everything here right now is a work in progress. The tiers might change slightly. Right now I'm sort of doing an introductory pricing. I might add another tier. So there might be some changes to it overall. So, you know, and there are other things like one of the tier perks is what we're calling them, or bonuses, or rewards, is a Discord channel where we can all communicate in a more private environment, but, you know, a special group for that. Anyway, the reason I'm saying that is I'm not a pro of Discord just yet, but I will be very soon. So you'll have to bear with me and bear with the program a little bit, and please always let me know what you think we can do better with it, and this is a great way to get involved. So let's move into the tiers and talk about how they work, what we're going to do with them, and how we can make them better in the future even. So tier 1 has a $2 donation to the show. This is monthly. With that, you're basically saying, hey, I'd like to see the Simpit grow and expand. I mean, right there, just the fact that you've reached into your wallet, that lets us know that's how you feel about us there. Number 2, I'm going to do a monthly contest. I can't guarantee monthly. I'm going to do a contest where I will pick one of you who've submitted your name into this drawing, but it'll be for patron members. And if you remember that video I did a while back, a few of them, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? We can break down your lap and maybe compare it to somebody else that I can use, like a Mitchie or a Cy Yip, or somebody who'd be willing to step up as our alien driver. So we can compare your driving style and line to theirs and really break down a lap of you and your favorite car and track and make you the star of that show. Now, it means putting yourself on the chopping block. We're gonna point out your mistakes, but it could be a lot of fun. So that's something we're going to be doing in the future, and we'll be using our patron people for those examples. Another thing, I'm going to start working on talking to various vendors in the industry and getting special deals from our various advertisers, sponsors, and even just other companies in the world. I'll contact them, talk about various discounts they can provide for our members, and we will we'll bring those to our patron members as well. So that'll be something special. And again, think about what I'm doing here. All the perks, everything that we're doing here, yes, they come in as a small fee, but at the same time, you get something in return, and we're not taking away from the Simpit has always been known for. So, next one. This is on the tire changer $2 level. We're going to do like special polls. We're going to have ways that you can give your opinion, your direction on the show. I've always asked for people's opinions, but at the same time, I'm always going to put together things that are specially tailored for our patron group so that we can decide on even more intimate things than just overall direction and concept of the show. So that's tier 1. Tier 2 steps up a little bit, $10. You get all those things we just mentioned about. Plus, I'm going to give you a great example. I want to start doing some live videos that aren't just necessarily the live show. The live show, I don't want to make things too long and drawn out, but I don't know if you guys remember this button box controller that started out as an Xbox. The next phase that I'm going to do on this is adding an e-brake. And I don't know if it'll even work. It might be a total bust project. But, and I'll film all that, and I'll edit it. That's a horrible sound. And now my dog is going crazy. So anyway, the next thing I'm getting at, and bear with this side noise that I have, that's just really not helping. But instead of just filming it and editing it and showing you how it went in 3 minutes time, my thinking is I could fire up a live cam and you guys can bear with it. It could be boring, it could be long, but I don't mind for our patron members going live and letting them just a little bit more into the house, letting them know what's really going on, and letting you guys see me struggle through it sometimes on some of my things. Max is very excited about this particular aspect. Anyway, I'm not going to go through every single thing, and I actually brought up the wrong tier. This is the $10 tier. I brought up I'm sorry, this is the $5 tier. So sorry about that. Tier 2 is $5. I'm making a mess of this. Live videos. Special polls, priority to contributing and asking questions during interviews and reviews. So I always turn to you guys here on the chat during interviews and things, but we're going to make another one, and I'll still always do that. But because of how many people are trying to chime in, those people get like more of a VIP access to it. So compliments on the noise. I'm going to try to wrap this up, and I'm getting long-winded in it anyway. We might do early access to select videos. They'll still become public for everybody else, but maybe we'll hold them for 24 hours or something along. It won't be every video. It won't affect the daily shows, live shows. That would be like maybe something like the TGT review. You would have gotten early access to it. And then the other is, we're going to do a credits page at the end of every show. And that credits page is going to have a list of all of our collaborators. I'm calling you guys, anybody who joins and gets involved in the program. So that'll be something else. And then the final one being access to our Discord channel. I saw somebody mention that the Discord channel, Discord is kind of weird. I accept that. And I'm not sure that'll be our final destination. That is our destination that we're going to try in our first attempt. There we go again. Max loves that one right there. And then our final tier, and this one is our crew chief level at $10 a month. And this one we're going to include two things. Number one, you're going to have to sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, to even be involved in it. That means we might turn on the cameras on things that the rest of the world can't see, and you'd actually be technically in big trouble if you showed the world. And it's a sensitive area, and we're going to have to be very careful how we use that portion of the NDA. But that's one of the things I have in mind for that top tier edition. And then the final one is the teaser. And I don't mean to call it a teaser, it's just that I don't even want to tell you what I have in my mind for it. But it is something that gives you a super intimate added value and bonus of being part of that tier. And it would be an advantage to anybody to be there. And I can't even tell you more about it because it would just be unfair to tell people in the world what I'm doing and what I'm planning. So I'm going to have to leave it as a tease, and you're going to have to either trust or not trust me. It's more about your faith in the show than it is any more than that. So I just want to let that be the last thought or teaser. Again, I have the website address in the description of the show, so you can go there, patreon.com at the // the Simpit. Sorry about that. Yeah, and I'm hoping with Discord, like, they're changing things, so I'm hoping that's the place. Finally, that noise went away. Hopefully that's something that we would... Yeah, that's exactly, Bucho. That was the gardener and Max just going ballistic. But what are you going to do? A dog will be a dog, and he is a great dog, so you got to let him roar. Anyway, a big part of this, though, when I talk about the live show, or the live streams that we'll do, and maybe they'll be done on Discord. They might have to be done through a Google group or a Skype. It's something we're going to have to play with, and those contributors are going to have to be a little patient with me. But I don't mind letting you guys into the process and into the world of what goes on more on a daily basis. And I don't know if I'm into having a 24/7 webcam. We'll have 24/7 Discord if I'm at the studio and awake. But we will probably open up the cameras a lot more, and I might do like a monthly video Q&A with just that group, where we can talk about things beyond what's on the show. We can just BS as far as I'm concerned. So that's other things. When I say it is a work in progress, have faith, lend your opinion, and don't be shy in so many ways, because that's really the point here. And I think this is a show. And 3 years ago when I started the Simpit, I told you what you could count on, and I think I've come through on that. And this is sort of just a few years in, a little insight as to our overall direction, a little insight as to how I want to grow the channel and the type of content and the balance of content and all of that. So I hope this explains some of what we're doing. Go check out the page. If it works for you, that's great. If there are other things you can do and you'd like to help out, great. And if you're just here to watch the show, thank you for that as well, because without that, I wouldn't do the show, and everything else is going to fall into place no matter what, just with my determination, love for sim racing, and the cooperation and backing of you guys. So thank you for all that. That's going to do it. Check out the page. Once again, that's www.patreon.com/thesimpit. Patreon.com/thesimpit. This is the Simpit. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.